Yo, what is good? Solgr Only here for Talking Decay, the Walking Dead podcast.
With the one and only Fusha.
Welcome to this week's episode. Another one down.
So much to talk about with last night's episode. It's getting good, and I'm glad it gave me reassurance as to I know why I suffered through those horrible episodes now.
The what ones?
The horrible episodes where I just and you thanked me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. It was so hard to see that much decay in itself of everything Rick has become smashed like a fly on the wall.
Yeah, this one was a really subliminal episode. I mean, we actually saw like a different side of Negan as well.
A shocking side where there's something about Carl gets to Negan because spoilers anyways, but something about Carl just gets to Negan, and it shows a completely different side to Negan that I didn't know existed. But after last night's episode, a little tiny part of me almost kind of started to like Negan.
Well, I've told you, even since day one, part of me has liked him.
Well,
even with what he did to Glenn, I loved Glenn, and I don't know. Negan is like, I don't know. There's just something about him. He's awesome to watch. I think it's just the thing because it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Exactly.
I mean, I've always loved Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's a phenomenal actor.
Which is what I was gonna say, is that I've always loved Jeffrey Dean Morgan too, and Supernatural and everything. That I loved him so much, but I didn't like that he was Negan because I knew I was supposed to hate Negan. But last night's episode, he changed that.
Yeah, see, think if it's like an actor that we didn't know or anything, you know? Think if it was an actor, but same character. Same Negan, he's done the same stuff, but a different actor.
I'd continue to hate him like I do the
You're not
Trust
really,
Fund kid.
yeah, you're just gonna hate him. You're not really gonna like him.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna have that love-hate that from what it seems like, from what a lot of fans have with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I actually really loved Gabriel. Last night's episode, so the first time I started to really like Gabriel after what we thought betrayed with Alexandria was how he creeped up on Negan. I was like, hello, the smile on his face, and Negan's like, what the? And then last night where they're driving and he's talking about sins and actions, and he's like, stop the car. And
he's all, hating someone doesn't make you a sinner, but right now it makes you a little shit.
A tremendous shit, yeah. And then just gets out of the car and walks back, knowing that he doesn't have weapons to fight zombies. He's kind of defenseless when it comes to it. He's kind of come around, but he's not near as good as everyone else.
He's found his faith again. He's back. Yeah. He's back in that preacher role, you know. Mm-hmm. Like it's good. I like Gabriel a lot right now.
Me too, and and the fact that he was willing to walk back without any weapons is like 120% tremendous shit.
That little shit though. What is his name?
I forget.
I'm trying to remember his name, but yeah, he's gonna. You know, when he goes, he's gonna go in a bad way. But part of him, I'm nervous when he's around. Like he's gonna do something stupid. He always does something stupid.
He's gonna want to go after Rick before Negan. But I loved how Rosita was like, pay your taxes and do your own shit.
Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
I can see him like eventually. I can picture him like being so loyal to Negan, and even like. Because he hates Rick that bad, you know? Like, I can even see him, like, joining the Saviors. But the thing is, like, he doesn't like the fact that he has to give the Saviors all his shit, but he...
blames it all on
He blames it all on Rick, so he doesn't mind doing it, because he's doing it just like, yeah, because Rick got us here.
Yeah. It's the same situation with that fucker originally, that when we first thought Glenn died, and he killed himself...
Oh, Nick or whatever I think his name was.
It's like he couldn't step up, and he was just they were within the walls at the beginning of the apocalypse. That when
he said it in that Terra episode last week. Remember, he said something before you guys came along. You know, like we didn't realize how bad it was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were so sheltered, and that's why so many of them have died. You know, like because remember he lost his brother too. Because remember he had his brother, and then Nick, and then. You know, like his mom, obviously. His mom was a lot better. You know, his mom came around.
He was a spoiled rich type before, and my mom taught me, you know, and his mom was incredible. Was incredible, but it...
Yeah, she was smart, and she was actually a really good leader. Like, I mean, because he even mentioned this in last night's episode. He even said, like, how she was in Congress and all that, you know, so she was good at, like, leading people and making decisions.
The best out of...
And bringing people together, yeah.
Which is true, and it's just it's an interesting turn, and the way they ended the episode is even more intense. But God, what's her name? The one that is the
what?
The one that slapped Negan.
Olivia.
I loved how she slapped him.
Yeah, she slapped him hard.
Yeah. That was great.
I like the little behind the scenes notes that we got in Talking Dead last night.
God, and
they said Jeffrey Dean Morgan told her to hit him hard, you know, and she's like, "Are you sure? I grew up with brothers, you know?" And I guess she hit him as hard as she could, and it like surprised the hell out of him.
He wasn't expecting
and that's
it.
actually the take they used.
Yeah,
is the one that they used in the show
because of the genuine holy shit. But the mind games of what we talk about when you're not here is none of your business, and how he turned that around so quick.
And said it to Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. This is gonna be interesting. Like, there's all these moving pieces. Like I said, like, you know, Carl was in Sanctuary, but him and Negan are in Alexandria now, like just waiting for Rick to come back. Rick and Aaron are out on this scavenging run. They just found that houseboat.
Jesus is either with...
Jesus is somewhere, like...
Yeah. And
I wonder if he's the one who passed the note to Daryl.
I think he is. I would think he is.
It's either going to be him or the woman.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I can't remember her name, Dwight's wife.
I don't remember it either, but then there's also Michonne.
And Michonne, just kidnapped one of the saviors and said, "Take me to Negan," so...
And I just really loved how the chick that Michonne captured tried to get away. Michonne's like, "Don't you dare try to fuck with me." But my concern is that Michonne is having her take her to Negan. Negan's not there. So everybody's misfiring. Rosita finally has a bullet.
Yeah, and she was shocked to see that the saviors were there.
Yeah. And with it
but
being
this is the shitty thing. If they were all together and had grouped together and planned this out,
it'd be so much more effective.
Because who's there with Negan? Like, one other savior? Like, he doesn't have his whole army there. Like, this is their chance to get him.
And it seems like Carl is really throwing him off his game. And I don't think anybody's throwing him off his game.
I gotta mention this. I kind of have a feeling it might have something to do with his backstory. Like, maybe he used to have a family. Maybe he used to have a son.
Maybe.
I don't know, because I know some stuff about Negan from the comics, but I don't know that much.
You know what, though?
I don't really know that much, so...
With next week's episode being the mid-season finale...
Yes, we do have to mention that. Next week is the mid-season finale.
Carol. Is she...
We are...
How, what?
Yeah, from the preview that we saw, it does look like that Morgan in the hilltop does... in the preview, it just shows them talking about the saviors. So we don't know if they necessarily find out, you know, if they find out what happened to Glenn and Abraham.
Will we see Maggie and Sasha again?
Probably. I have a feeling the mid-season finale, we're going to be seeing everyone. That's kind of how they've done that before. They've structured their last, like, I'd say, because I remember the season with the prison, season 4, I remember they did this where throughout the season, like maybe the premiere would maybe have everybody, and then as throughout the season, they've done this like the last few seasons, and then throughout the seasons when the characters are kind of branching off, and stuff's happening to them, like you'll have like just as an example, like a Daryl episode, and the next one will be like a Carol one. You know what I mean? But then when the mid-season or the season finales comes around, then they normally show them all.
Well, you know what was perfect about that? How we didn't even realize Tyra was gone.
Look at all the shit that had been going on. It had gotten crazy. She had been gone for 9 episodes.
Yeah, and I didn't notice. It wasn't.
Or wait, yeah, 9 episodes. They said.
So you're right. Yeah, that is definitely how they do it. They start off with everybody, kind of spread them out, individual backstory, personal. Everybody's back.
Yeah, like for instance, in the trailer for next week, it showed Morgan in the hilltop or the kingdom, right? But then in the sneak peek from Talking Dead, it showed Rick and Aaron. You know what I mean? So obviously you're gonna be seeing. It's not going to be like just a Morgan in Kingdom episode, obviously.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling we're going to be seeing everybody.
I love Carl, and in the beginning he
has his moments.
Yeah, he was not the brightest. Like, come on, kid, grow up your fucking balls and do what you need to do. But he has come such a long way. However, with his experience with Negan, he backslid into his cowardness and then came back out of it and then slid it, like, he cried.
And that's it, and that's what he's done since day one, well, since he got a little bit older.
Although I think Negan's kind of right. You're in a zombie apocalypse, why cover your eye?
Have you seen that shit? I would be covering that. I mean, it's still, like, that wound is still, like, open. I would be covering it, too, because I wouldn't want shit to be getting in it.
True, but once it's healed, Negan made a good point. It makes him look more like a badass.
If you really, it does. Honestly, yeah, it does. But the thing is, like, if you really had that wound, wouldn't it heal shut like that, not stay open like that?
Wasn't there still a doctor when he got shot?
It was Denise that took care of him.
Mm-hmm. She probably found some kind of way to... It's the apocalypse. How do they change clothes?
I know. But remember when it happened, though? Like, yeah, you could see the hole right through. Like, yeah, it shot it right through his eye.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the first time he's been shot, so I really don't think they're going to kill him off anytime soon.
I know. It's such a hard balance because, like, you love the universe so much, and, like for me, since I have read a lot of the comics, but I haven't... when I read a lot of the comics, I binge read them, and I stopped at the point that it was when it was at the show, and it was at the point when they had just found Alexandria, and that was when I haven't read a comic since then, since the show was at that point. So, but since I have read a lot of the comics and I like him, and then I don't know, it's such a hard struggle with me because, like, I want to read ahead, like exactly. I want to know what else
it's
can happen.
When you got me back into it, got me caught up, I had seen an episode with the governor. He didn't have his eye, and then when you caught me back up, he had both eyes. So I actually liked that suspense of wait a minute.
And you had to wait a couple seasons until he finally did.
And so it was almost every episode, who gets his eye? Who gets his eye? And I liked that suspense. And now it's like, who gets Negan? Who gets Negan?
Yeah, and this is going to suck because this is that hard time of year. Like we said, next week is the mid-season finale, and then it's a couple-month break until February when we get the new episodes. So, but we're running out of time, so that's going to do it for this week's episode. So tune in next Monday. We will have our next episode. We'll post next Monday. Maybe we will do a 2-episode special since it's the finale. So we'll record 2 of them and post them. So
it is a 90-minute episode, and there'll be more on Talking Decay. But thank you so much for tuning in, and have a
good week, and we'll see you next week.